Hello guys, it's Peachy. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Jinbesan resin tank. I really love this fat blob whale character because he's such a cute little whale shark. To make the tank you will need some sheets of plastic. I'm using some I saved from plastic boxes. And then you're going to cut out 5 rectangles. I used glue gun to glue the edges together, which is kind of a bad idea because my resin ended up leaking out since the glue didn't hold the plastic together well, and also hot glue can get really lumpy and messy looking. So I think using super glue would be a much better choice. I made some decorations out of polymer clay like seaweed and rocks. I made a couple different kinds of seaweed. My Jinbesan whale ended up getting burned in the oven, which is so sad, but everything else turned out okay. You can also use some aquarium gravel and sand for decoration. I had to remake my whale, and this time I didn't bake him in the oven. You can actually put polymer clay in resin without baking it, and it would still turn out fine. Making Jinbesan is super easy. All you need to do is make a teardrop shape out of blue clay, then bend a small oval to make the tail. Add some white clay circles for his polka dot pattern. Make 2 clay ovals for the fins. And add a little dorsal fin and 2 black dots for the eyes. Use a black marker to draw a thin line for the mouth. And lastly, make 3 slits on both sides of his head for the gills. I also decided to make him some little octopus friends, and they're literally just a big ball of clay with 5 smaller balls underneath them. Next, you're gonna mix your resin. I'm using Easy Cast. For Easy Cast, it is recommended to warm up the resin to 75 degrees Fahrenheit or 24 degrees Celsius. So I like to put my bottles in warm water for about 5 to 10 minutes. Pour out equal amounts of resin and hardener into 2 cups. It's also recommended to do double mixing, so mix the resin and hardener together for 2 minutes in 1 cup, then transfer to a second cup and mix again for 2 minutes before pouring into your tank. So after you pour a little bit of resin in your tank, you can start adding your rocks and seaweed. Then once you're done decorating, you can add your little whale friend and fill up the rest of the tank with resin. Let your tank sit for about a day so that the resin can harden. Hopefully yours won't leak like mine did. Do you guys see this? I just let it drain into a cup, and then I had to refill my tank with resin the next day. Let your resin sit for a while before putting in the octopus friends, otherwise it's just going to sink to the bottom. I also made a second tank, but I actually like my first tank a lot better than this one. In this one I put some shells, and I also made a pink Jinbesan. I also made a little clamshell with a pearl in the center. And I also made a little starfish. The second tank had a lot more bubbles than the first. I think it's because I didn't warm up my resin properly before mixing. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!